everybody. Thank you so much for being here and for joining me tonight. My name is Danny Wells and I am going to be spending the next 15-20 minutes going through a bit about my story, how I found out about this business that I know some of us on the call are involved with. And then I'm going to do a little bit of team recognition for the week. And then we've got Emma Lee, our guest speaker for this evening, coming on to share her 10-minute tip. So you've got 3 things to look forward to tonight. So I'm going to kick straight off and talk about how I found out about this business, because I know we've got guests on here that want to hear about it, hear more about the business. I'm going to go straight in so that I can not use up too much of your precious time on a Monday evening. So I've already introduced myself as Danny Wells. I'm going to take you back into the history of my life, because I haven't always had an Arbonne business. I've had my business now for 8 years, but prior to that, I actually worked in ophthalmology. So I worked for Specsavers opticians and I loved what I did. I was one of those people that really loved their job. I would skip to work and I was always saying how much I loved things that I was doing at Specsavers. I never grumbled about work. I was very happy there. And I actually thought that I would retire with Specsavers. I never imagined there would be a different career path for me. But what happened was 8 years ago, our youngest daughter, well, she was our youngest daughter then, had a stroke and a brain hemorrhage, and it came completely out of the blue, and it was something that we never ever foresaw happening. And what happened was it left our family in a financial mess where we just didn't have enough money to pay the bills. So, like at the minute, there's a lot of chitter chatter about like cost of living. There was obviously a lot going on a couple of years ago where people were not able to work. They were having to stay in and quarantine and go into lockdown. And people can relate now to having an income and suddenly that income isn't enough to cover the outgoings. That's where we were 8 years ago. So I actually took time off work to be in hospital with my daughter, and my husband was the only one bringing in an income. And to cut a long story short, it wasn't enough. And the advice that I give to people now, so hindsight being your foresight, is to never rely on a sole income into your family. So most families need multiple income streams, so 4 or 5 multiple streams. So if you're on this call tonight and you've already got a job, already got a business, you've got 2, 3 income streams, don't discount this, because this could be something else. And this is what I wish for me 8 years ago when I was in hospital with my daughter. I wish that I could have been 100% focused on my daughter's medical needs, but instead I was bogged down in stress about our financial issues, because my husband's income was coming in and it would pay for the first 2 weeks of the month, but the last 2 weeks of the month there was no money. So those bills that needed to be paid at the end of the month, or trying to like pay for food for those last 2 weeks, there was nothing there. And if I'd had multiple income streams, we'd have been okay, but I didn't know that. So now I'm such a big believer in you've got to have multiple income streams coming in, so that if one of them was to go, you're still going to be afloat. So I'm going to tell you about how I heard about Arbonne. So picture this: 8 years ago, we're trying to survive on my husband's income and we're getting into significant debt. I took a year off work, and at the end of that year, my boss rang me up from Specsavers and said, look, Danny, you've had a year off from the opticians. What are you doing? Are you coming back or are you not? And at that point, my daughter then had been diagnosed with cerebral palsy, and she needed multiple appointments. So like physiotherapy, speech and language, MRI scans. She had seizures 2-3 times a week, and I never knew when they were going to be. So I had a very unpredictable life. And I had to make the decision to say, I'm not able to come back, because I just couldn't. If anyone here employs staff, you want your staff to be reliable, you want them to show up when you need them to show up, and I just couldn't commit to that. So I actually left and went on to benefits. So the government supported me financially, and I am so grateful for that. But if anyone here has ever been in receipt of benefits, then you will know, as grateful as what we are, it barely scratches the surface. So it didn't even cover the fuel going back and forth to the hospital all the time with my daughter. So I was desperately looking for something else. Now, the problem that I had was I didn't have any time. I was always in hospital with my daughter. There was no way I could commit to earning an income where I was saying I'm going to show up at this time on this date. I just didn't have that. So I knew it had to be something from my phone. And I didn't have a financial outlay. So, like a lot of businesses, they cost quite a lot of money to invest into something or to buy like the website. I didn't have any money, any funds to do that. So everything that I looked at I had to discount basically. And what happened was I was on Facebook having a real rant about, you know, it's not fair. I'm a good person. I work really hard. Woe is me. And somebody reached out to me, somebody I didn't really know very well. I was in the Air Cadets with her when I was a teenager, and she messaged me and she said, "Hey, Danni, I can see you going through a lot of trouble at the minute, financially, and things are really stressful for you. I've got this online franchise that I do from my mobile phone. It's £30 to buy this business, and that £30 lasts you for the whole year. So you buy this business and it lasts you for the whole year, and you use these products that this company make. It's got a Swiss background, and the company's been around for 40 years. And if you use any of the products, so I assume you use things like deodorant, toothpaste, shower gel, shampoo, you know, you eat, you drink. So I assume you're already spending money on these types of things that the company sell. If you use anything and you recommend it, you actually get paid for that recommendation. And when I was reading this message, it was kind of like a bit of a lifeline for me, because when I was reading it, I was thinking to myself, well, I already recommend things every day anyway, you know, Netflix, movies, a restaurant, if I've been to a restaurant, if I've been to the supermarket and seen that they've got a good deal on. If I see something that I think, oh, that's going to benefit other people, I share that anyway. And although I wouldn't class myself as a salesperson, I suppose that kind of is sales in a way, in that you're just sharing information with other people because you've got good intentions about making a difference for them, helping somebody else out. So when I was reading this message, I was thinking, I can do that. I eat, I drink, and I wash myself every day. If I do choose to use something from this other company, I'm kind of already spending money in the supermarkets or in these shops. So I'll just take that money that I'm already spending, put it into my own business, and then review these products and then share them with other people. If I love them, other people are probably going to love them. So I didn't even hesitate. Because it kind of ticked every box for me. Do it from my phone. I can put my own hours in when I want. So I don't have to say, these are the times that I'm going to show up. I could choose when I wanted to do it. And I love that we got paid every single week. Like, that really excited me, because I needed that. That weekly pay really excited me. So I said to her, yeah, I'm in. What do I do? And she sent me a link of her website, and she goes, you click on my website link and you click join, you pay your £30. And then if there's any products that you want, there's sort of over 500 products. If there's anything that you want, one of the perks to being a consultant with Arbonne is you get all the products at cost. So anything that you want, go on there and, you know, get that delivered to your door. And then you get your own special website link that you can share with other people. And if they click on your website link and make a purchase, you get paid for that the following week. And I was like, brilliant. So I went on, sort of typed it all in, put all my details in. And for me, both my children had really bad skin. So they actually were diagnosed with eczema at the time. So they were constantly being taken to the doctors, getting prescription creams. I was coming home, putting the prescription creams on. Sometimes it'd work. Then it would come back a few days later. Sometimes it wouldn't work at all. It'd make it worse. And at that point, I'd probably tried about 15, 20 different emollients and ointments and products that I just never got rid of it. And so I thought, oh, brilliant. This company has got all this background. It's from Switzerland. It's like the best products, the best of nature, the best of science. It's got no nasties in. Like, I'm going to obviously try the kids range. I'm going to try their kids hair and body wash. And I'm also going to try the kids skin lotion. So I went on, and actually I was a little bit horrified when I first went on, because I thought, oh my gosh, I can't afford these products. These products are high end. These are luxury products. And I was used to spending £1 on a kid's bottle of hair and body wash every single week from the supermarket. And to see on the website, I think it was about £20 or something for a bottle of kids' hair and body wash. I just wasn't, that was such a different price point for me that I just couldn't justify it. So I rang up the girl that had introduced me. I said, I can't justify spending £20 on a product that I usually spend £1 on. And she said this, she said, listen, how many products have you tried that don't work? And obviously I was like, 15, 20. And she was like, okay, so you've wasted all that money. Yeah. And she said, okay, this product might work, but if it doesn't, the company actually give you a full 90-day money back guarantee if it doesn't work. And at that point, I kind of thought, if this company believes in themselves that much that they're willing to give a full refund to anyone that buys their products, any customers that buy their products, they're willing to give a full refund on these products that if they don't work, like, I'm going to take a chance on this company. And the other thing that she said to me was, that one bottle will last you 6-9 months. So she said, how many times you buy a bottle? And I said to her, every week. So she said, so that's 52 bottles a year. That's 52 pounds, not to mention the impact on the environment. 52 bottles a year. And she said, you might only need 2 of these bottles a year. So therefore you've saved money. And once she kind of put it like that, because it's got no fillers in, it's not watered down, it's like pure product, I was like, yeah, this is actually better for the environment, and it's better for me to be doing this rather than going to the supermarket every week and buying products. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. So I tried it, and you can probably imagine what happened next. It did work. Within 3 days, my kids' skin had cleared up, and the return of them having bad skin has never, ever come back in 8 years. So at that point, because a lot of people that I knew on the school run had already seen that my kids had bad eczema all over their face and on their body, because it had cleared up, I actually had quite a few people ask me, Danni, what have you done? I can see that, their skin's cleared up. What is it? So in the beginning, I didn't really know how to explain Arbonne. So I think I probably said something like, oh, it's this company called Arbonne, Switzerland, 40 years it's been around, clean products, all vegan, all plant-based, no nasties, no toxins, it's all free from. I said something like this. And then I think I probably said something along the lines of, oh, and they don't pay for advertising or marketing. So when I worked at Specsavers, our products, you'd pay, £200 for a pair of glasses. They actually cost pence to make. And then obviously you pay for the staff, and then you pay for the shop, but then you're paying for the advertising, then you're paying for the marketing, then you're paying for all these people in the middle that once we buy in shops, the end price that we pay is like gone up 80-90% based from what it actually costs. So I said, this company does not do that. It cuts all that out. So it's all based on referrals. And if anyone uses a product based on my referral, I actually get paid a percentage just as a thank you from the company. So at that point, I had 3 people want to try these kids range products. So I said, there's over 500 products, but, if you want to try the kids range first, just to see what you think with the brand, go for it. So those 3 people went onto my website link, because you get your own special website link, ordered the product, paid for them online. So I said to them, I don't take any money, you just pay for it online. And I explained to them that the products get delivered straight to their door. So I said, I don't go, hand delivering them. They literally come straight to your door via DPD. And they thought that was brilliant. So those 3 people went on and ordered those products within the first week of me doing this business. And my first paycheck was £12.50. Now, my husband thought that was hilarious, but I was really proud of myself. I was like, brilliant. I'm actually making some money. And I know with any business, it takes time to get the ball rolling. So I was really pleased with that. And then what happened, which was really exciting, was all 3 of them saw results. And one of them told her next door neighbor about me and these products. I didn't know the next door neighbor. This next door neighbor got my website link via the mutual friend and ordered products. And I got paid for that. And now this is when this opened my eyes, that I got this notification on my phone that somebody had gone onto my website link that I didn't know. And I think at the time I was playing with my children, and they'd ordered these products, paid for them online, and they were being delivered to their door. And I got paid for that while I was sat playing with my children. So I wasn't working, but somebody was going onto my website and ordering. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is really interesting. I couldn't believe this. I'd never been earning money in this way. I used to have to log into a job and clock some hours, and then I would get paid for the hours that I worked. So to be sat playing with my children and earn money, it was a new concept to me. Now it kept on from there, because that person that I didn't know, she told somebody at work about me and my business, and they went on and ordered some vegan makeup and some protein shakes. And again, I got a notification on my phone and I got paid for that. And what happened was, within those first 4 months, I actually promoted to level 1 in Arbonne, which is a district manager. And I was earning about £500 a month. And I had people that were ordering from my website in Australia, in New Zealand, in Canada, in America, in Poland. I don't even speak Polish, and all over the UK. And I was getting these pings on my phone, and I was earning this money, which was absolutely amazing. And then I reached out to all these people and sort of said, hello, I'm Danni, you've ordered from my website. Thank you so much. If you want me to tell you how to use the product, or you want any advice, just let me know. And became friends with these people that were strangers, really. But somebody had told somebody that told somebody that told somebody that had, ordered from me. And then within 6 months of starting this business, I promoted to level number 2, which is area manager. And I was earning about £1,000 a month at this point. And it was at this point, 6 months in from starting, that I was able to come off benefits, which, for anyone here that's ever been supported by the government, that was such an achievement. I felt so proud of myself that I was able to do something, take control of my own life, get me and my family out of debt, get us off benefits, and really change the direction that we were going in, but without giving up all of the time that I needed to give to my daughter that was really unwell at that point. Then kept working my business, and within 1 year of starting, I promoted to level number 3, which was the regional vice president level. And I was earning probably about £5,000 a month, roughly, which was incredible. I was like, this is it blew me away, to be honest with you. It absolutely blew me away. And it meant that me and my husband, we rented a house because we never thought we would ever be able to buy a house. It meant that we could put money aside. We never had savings, so we were able to start putting money aside and actually be able to buy a house, which was a dream come true for us. At level 3, you also are given an extra money every single month to buy or lease a white Mercedes of your choice as well. So I was able to get rid of my old banger Fiesta and bring in a brand new white Mercedes, and I've been able to update that every couple of years and use this money that Arbonne give me every single month to pay for that. So that's just been incredible. Then within 4 years of starting, I promoted to the top level, national vice president level, which was just unbelievable, absolutely amazing. When you reach the top level, it means that your monthly turnover is £160,000 a month. So that's people logging onto the website and ordering products all over the globe, and it's £160,000 of turnover a month. So it took me 4 years to build to that point. Now, some people do it in 6 months. Some people take longer. It's your own effort. So I love that. It's completely effort based. At this point, I was earning around £10,000 a month. So again, just jaw-dropping income. At all 4 of the levels, Arbonne actually do trips that you can earn. They do jewelry, they do incentives, they do recognition, which I love. I love the recognition. And they make sure that you feel loved and appreciated at all points. Now, just to summarize and before I end, I have had the best time with this company, and I was thinking about how I could express that to you all in a short period of time, like how I could get that across. And I actually have a video to show you what it's like to be in Arbonne. I thought that would be the best way to emphasize or to show you what this journey is like. So I'm just going to share this video with you all. Can you let me know in the chat if you can hear it?
There were a lot of tears I had to cry through. A lot of battles left me battered and bruised, and I was shattered, had my heart ripped in two. I was broken. There were a lot of times I stumbled and crashed, when I was on the edge down to my last chance. So many times when I was so convinced that I was over. But I had to fall, to rise above it all. I'm grateful for the storm, made me appreciate the sun. I'm grateful for the wrong words, made me appreciate the right one. I'm grateful for the pain, for everything that made me break. together and I pull myself out. Learned a lesson that there's a lot you gotta go through, hell yes. But that's what got me strong, I got no regrets. And I got only love, got no bitterness. Count my blessings, yeah. I'm proud of every tear, yeah. 'Cause they got me here. I'm grateful for the storm, made me appreciate the sun. I'm grateful for the wrong words, made me appreciate the right words. I'm grateful for the pain, for everything that made me brave. I'm thankful for all my scars, 'cause they only make my heart grateful, 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 grateful. And there is nothing I would change, not even one mistake I made. I got lost, found myself, found my way. I'm grateful for the storm, made me appreciate the sun. I'm grateful for the wrong ones, made me appreciate the right ones. I'm grateful for the pain, for everything that made me whole. I'm thankful for all my scars, 'cause they only make my heart grateful, 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 grateful. Grateful. You know that I'm grateful, you know that I care. No time for the wrong ones, I'll always be there. Grateful. Grateful. I'm grateful. Grateful. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I hope that you enjoyed that and that summarised what it's like to be in Arbonne. So I've given you a very, very short, brief summary. But what I would say is whoever introduced you to this company, please reach out to them, get your questions answered. Everybody's got questions, that's absolutely fine. You will never, ever regret being a part of this team because we have the best fun. We have such a community. It's such a positive space. I'm racking up 8 years, going on to 9 years now, and I would never, ever, ever look back. So that is the end of the presentation about Arbonne, but please do reach out to the person that introduced you. If you want to stay on and listen to our weekly recognition and team training, you would be so welcome. But if you want to hop off and you've got some questions, just reach out to the person that told you a bit more about it. So thank you so much. Right.